is he? He is me. Hi, I'm Rafi Redzwan. This is he. Here is my chance to share some amazing stories with some amazing people that are inspiring to me. He celebrates everyday people of everyday life. He revolves around conversations that inspire others to change the world and make a difference in life, with a little bit of laughter and a whole lot of drama. Join me for personal stories and experiences on health and healing, successes and failures, recovery and discovery, anything relatable, and anything in between. He elevates us to rise again and live our very best life. Just so you know, you are not alone. He is with you.
Again, where should it be? I can't decide. It naturally comes in the center. If I
and
move one, I have to move everybody else to
and
every
that
other word to match. And then
it's
I'll have to do.
it's hard being perfectionist.
Yes.
Can
And then let it go. Let
let
it
it
go. Oh, I
go.
didn't
Let
even
it.
mention that. I just didn't even mention that word. Let it go in there. How did that not come out?
Rita Mangan ascertains her authentic self in the healing journey blissfully. In this episode, he unfolds the story behind her healing journey and what brought her back to life. She takes us further down to how it all started and how she found herself during recovery from excruciating abdominal pain. While leaving a corporate job may be one of the best things she has done, she recognized yoga and meditation to be compelling and has positively impacted the outcome. Now, as a yoga instructor, also known as Cikgu Sihat, she introduced Cabaran Sihat to encourage living a healthy lifestyle. The anecdote here is beyond her self-discovery journey and her healing experience. It is the moment that made her realize a holistic approach is crucial to being happy and healthy. This is her story. Hi Rita.
Hi, Rafi. Been looking forward to
Yeah,
it. Thank
yes,
you
I
so much
was
for having me.
so excited and I'm so happy to really have you with me to talk about self-discovery. And I hope this conversation we will talk about your healing journey, how you find joy in wellness doing yoga and meditation, and how nutritious food and eating healthy can help cope with stress. Spending time with nature, surrounding yourself with the right people play an important role towards enriching a positive and meaningful life. Can you describe what self-discovery means to you?
Well, I think over the last few years, shall I say, um, to me, self discovery means when you realize that you're living your life authentically, a life that's a life that's in line with your values and purpose.
Yeah.
I think it's when you become really comfortable. I think it was when you realize, like, wow, I don't need anyone else's validation anymore to be
Mm-hmm.
happy. I'm
Yeah.
just happy as I am, you know? And
Yeah.
you love your imperfections. Yeah.
And when you say that, when you feel that you have lived authentically, is there a moment that you still feel like you're not?
Yeah, I do fall into that moment.
Yeah.
I do fall into them and I catch myself. Whereas before I wouldn't catch myself. But now I notice I'm aware of those. Before I'd be like, I'm doing something to make someone happy, to make someone like me. But really, do I like even doing it? You know?
Mm. Mm.
So
The reason I ask is because I struggle with my identity. I think I
mm,
spoke a lot about identity in my podcast
you have, I've
episode.
listened. Yeah.
Yes, and then it isn't just about me being here in Malaysia or in America. It's also me being flamboyant and a man. People don't have issues so much with that. It's just me in my head.
Yes, that's
So
it.
I
I think,
know I'm living authentically, but at the same
yeah.
time, I still feel like, am I real or am I not? Am I pretending?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can imagine how you feel
yeah,
because do you feel like you're trying to fit in? Do you feel like that?
yeah. Somehow,
Yeah.
but I fit in, but at the same time, I can sometimes sense this, look they get,
Mm.
that they give you, and be like,
Yeah,
eh. So I don't know when I feel confident, but at the same time, when I get that kind of, look, I feel like, is it me?
because we see that person's facial expression, we think like, oh my God, why is
Mm,
she looking at me? Something's wrong. Because I think
mm,
that's come from something in my childhood where
mm,
I've always trying to fit in. I was the one that was different in the town I lived in, quite,
mm,
about 4 or 5 hours away from London. And I
mm,
didn't fit in. And even in Malaysia, people, where I live in Balik Pulau, people would look at me
mhm.
differently. And it was like, again, it was hard to just be normal.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So
Mm,
that's how I sort of changed my mindset.
yes.
Yeah. Are you able to do that now?
Um, I think it has been much better than before. I think
Mm.
now I think I'm able to really put my mindset at ease. Like,
Yeah.
okay, it's okay,
Yeah. 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 Don't
I
give
don't
yourself a
care.
hard
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
yes,
Don't
yeah.
care. Don't
But
care.
of course, I do have my moments where I can
Yeah.
just fall down on the ground and cry and
Yeah.
be like, what's wrong with me? But nothing wrong's with me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And it's
so,
like, that's right. And I think teaching yoga as well was
mm,
another moment where I was trying to be my authentic self. Again, my self discovery. I
yes.
was doing yoga for so many years, looking at
Hmm.
all these great, perfect teachers, and I tried to be this perfect teacher as well for people in my class.
Mm,
But really, what I then realized, light bulb moment, is like all these teachers are just
mm,
being themselves, who they really are. There's no such thing as perfect. I can't please everyone. Again, this
that's
people
true.
pleaser in me can't please
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah,
And, not everybody likes, let's say, not everybody likes cheesecake. Some people like chocolate cake, right? So I
yes.
can just be my authentic self. And
Hmm.
then when I notice people are still coming back to my yoga classes, even if they looked unhappy last week, they're still coming back. I'm like, oh, never
Mm,
mind then. What am I doing? I'm just going to teach what I teach. I'm not even going to
mm,
plan. And sometimes when I don't plan, it's like the best class ever.
indeed, indeed. Now, what has happened that has led you to be on this journey?
Well, gosh, I know I sort of talk about the sort of the recent stuff, but if I really take it further down the timeline to
Mm-hmm.
about 9 years ago, 9 or 10 years ago, it started when I left my corporate job, a desk job. It wasn't very fulfilling. I mean, I love working with my colleagues and everything.
Hmm.
I think I loved helping them feel better, getting
Yeah.
them to do yoga. So I was working in Malaysia actually, so and then I left. I came back to the UK. I trained as a personal trainer, and then I worked in a gym for a while. And it was really rewarding
Mm,
to help people reach their fitness goals. I mean, a lot of people did come to me with goals such as losing weight. It's always like 80% is losing weight. I've got a wedding in 3 months. Help me lose weight. I just want to lose weight. But a
mm,
lot of the times, there's stress. I was working right in the center, the city of London. So it's where the bankers are, the lawyers are.
yeah.
And so anyway, 6 months into that job, into this new role, I ended up in hospital with like really excruciating pain in my stomach. All I can say is
Mm,
my stomach and my abdominal, like around my intestines. Um, and now, gosh, it's like the worst pain ever. I couldn't even walk. I was on the way to the train station to my sister's, and I was like, oh my god, I can't go. Like, I have to like, you know, go to the hospital. So I just got in
mm,
a taxi and got in a taxi, and it was like, well, I called an ambulance, but this lady actually helped me call an ambulance because she could see me like kind of crouching over. And
mm,
the ambulance would have been too long because, it's a stomach ache after all. That's how I described it.
yeah, yeah.
So she put me in a taxi and got there. I was like, the taxi ride was so painful. Lots of speed bumps in London. I got there and I got to the hospital. I was like, oh my God, can't even carry this weekend bag of mine. It's so heavy, laptop in there, everything. I was like, oh my God, this is so painful. I got to the hospital I went to the window and they said, no, I have to go over there. I went, oh my God, I have to go over there. And it's like literally 3 meters away. But I'm like, oh God, that's so far away. 3 meters.
Mm, mm,
I was
mm,
like, oh
mm,
my God. And when I got there, I went, okay, so I've got this pain. And what's your name? My name is this. And then go sit down. And then I go to see this lady, see that lady. I'm like, oh my God, like so much to do, so much waiting. And then finally they put me on a stretcher and I did some tests, some blood tests, some x-rays, some CT scan. I'm just lying there like in pain. And then at some point I really remembered to call my sister and said, by the way, I'm
mm.
not coming. I'm in hospital. She's just really worried. I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'll be out tomorrow, something.
Yeah, yeah.
But but no, I wasn't out tomorrow. Um, so it was about 10 hours of just pain. My brother had come to visit, and then they said, oh, we can't figure out what's wrong, so we're going to have to open you up, basically. I said,
Mm,
okay, so sign some papers, like with whatever energy I had left. And so I was obviously put to sleep. So when they opened me up, they realized that my intestines had twisted,
mhm,
and due to um, no blood supply. They weren't able to save my intestine, so they had to remove 2 meters because it had gone like black, basically. When you get no blood
mm,
somewhere.
wow.
And they said, lucky I'd come into hospital, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here today. And I did some
Mm,
googling about
mm,
volvulus.
mm.
That's what it's called,
Yeah,
volvulus.
yeah.
And
Uh,
people have died. Yeah. Sometimes children, when their moms just say like, "Oh, you'll be fine tomorrow," and then they're not.
but it's not.
So,
Yeah. Do
yeah, and
you
then
do you think it's also because of you were stressed at the time?
do you know what? Sometimes, like I spent so long trying to find answers. Was it such a strong workout, or was it because
Mhm,
I was practicing handstands, or was it because
mm,
I ate my breakfast too quickly? But I
mhm,
think there was some underlying stress there because I
mm,
just moved to London 6 months and trying to make ends meet, trying to pay
yeah.
for rent, trying to also have the London life and
Yes.
trying to make friends, and it was actually quite stressful, and also trying to keep fit because I've just become a personal trainer, and then people want to buy really from a person who's fit. That's what I thought back then, but now no, now no.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, I think looking back, I was really stressed, and only now I've learned that really affects your digestion.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And how did you cope with the difficulties at the time?
Well, gosh, I think first initially to just cope, I tried to like forget it happened, like
Mhm,
sort of ignore it and just like go back to the normal life I had.
mhm,
Although the first month was really hard because I needed to take a month off. The doctor said take a month off, and to recuperate. The scar needed recovering. I couldn't really walk up the stairs very easily. I needed the bathroom many times a day. My sister, so I stayed at my sister's
mm,
about 2 hours away from London. She took care of me because I wasn't allowed to lift anything heavy either. I couldn't
mm,
like carry shopping bags. I wasn't allowed to lift my nephew. I was like, oh, I can't lift him up about 10 kilos at a time. So this was nearly 8 years ago. And then I came back to London after the recuperation. I came back to London and just, yeah, tried to get back to normal. Went to the gym,
mhm,
sort of to train my clients. Couldn't pick up weight. But I remember just like crying every day, trying to figure out
mm, mm.
why this happened to me. I tried to reach out to my friends in London. I mean, I did reach out to them, I saw them, I talked to them about it and tell them how I feel. But it's really difficult for them to understand, what
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
been through. Because I
Mm,
remember still crying like after about a year. And someone saying when I tell them that, and they said like, why are you still crying? It happened ages ago.
mhm.
But really, trauma really
Yeah,
stays with
yeah.
you for so
Yes,
long because you're
yes.
still trying to find answers. It might be like someone who's, got divorced or something like that,
Mm, mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You still might be trying to find answers. And I still, like, what if I'd done something differently? But I had
Mm-hmm.
to let that go because I can't do anything different. It's in the past. And
Mm-mm.
I think only later, like my yoga brain switched back on
Mm-mm.
and taught me like I have to let go of the past.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I would compare myself to others and say like, oh, their life is so easy. Look at them with their energy levels, and again, making ends meet was more difficult because I didn't have the energy.
Mm. Yeah,
So
yeah.
to see as many clients as I wanted to have, or as I had before, it just wasn't the same. And clients were understanding. I'd
Mm-hmm.
need the toilet halfway through the session or something, and I can't
Yes,
hold it.
yeah.
Um, and then I found another way to cope when I was able to exercise again. So we had an
Mm-hmm.
in-house physio. He helped me with some exercises to do. Um, and then I did exercises to make me feel happy. And it did. Obviously, it made me happy because, exercise releases endorphins, it gets rid of
Mm-hmm.
stress, and
Mm.
and it makes you feel good. But I realized like after about a year of that, it was like it was just all temporary. And I still didn't like I didn't feel quite right. And my brother suggested that I go and have some talking therapy. Yeah,
Mm.
therapist.
Mm-hmm. It takes that pain away a bit, slowly and
Yeah, you're right. And then that's why I
yeah,
tried talking to my brother, my
yeah.
sister. It does because like they're the ones that you can be most vulnerable to.
Vulnerable, yes, yeah, yes,
Like,
yes.
but the thing is, there was only so much they can help because
Exactly.
it's so easy for people to say, "Oh, you should be better by now." It's like it's 1 year already,
Mm.
but really
No.
inside, because now I know, but back then I didn't. Like when you're just getting rid of food, like
Mm.
for a better way to explain it,
Yeah, yeah,
when you're not absorbing the nutrients, it affects
yes,
your mood so much. Which
exactly.
that's why later on I realized like how much nutrients I needed to get in order to feel better.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, the talking does help. I mean, I did try to find a group
Mm-hmm.
of people. I did find people who had Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, similar things, because some of
Mm-hmm.
them have had intestines removed, but they are in such much worse position, I feel, some of their stories that they shared on this Facebook group, that they're so afraid to eat even because it's so painful, their intestines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. And how did you eventually discover the joy in this healing journey, throughout the time when you have found perhaps t talking, and then
Yeah.
eating healthy food and also exercise. So how did you really discover the joy in this healing journey?
Well, I think it's a combination of many things.
Mm-hmm.
I think mainly it was rethinking, rethinking, changing my thoughts.
Yeah.
And I could say that so again, I love yoga, and I used to do yoga for the physical thing because I thought, oh, because I didn't make it into gymnastics at school, I'll do yoga, right? But it's
Mm.
really quite wrong. So when I couldn't do yoga, I started just doing meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And when I just sat there and meditated and just notice my thoughts, like I would observe my thoughts. It's like kind of two things going on at the same time. Before I would
Mm-hmm.
just think. Oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
scared. I'm this. She thinks this. She thinks that. She doesn't like me. Whatever. But now I'm like, huh. I notice my thoughts, but I have no proof. Again, that's the same thing as that talking therapy, cognitive
Yes. Yeah.
cognitive behavioral therapy. And then now yogic philosophy is like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really about noticing those negative thoughts in the mind. And there's
Mm-hmm.
this word in yoga, and what yoga really means is this word. It's in Sanskrit. It's
Mm-hmm.
chitta vritti nirodha,
Mm-hmm.
and that means
Mm-hmm.
calming of the mind through meditative techniques of Patanjali yoga.
Mm.
And it's just calming these mental fluctuations. It's just being
Yeah. Yeah.
aware of your thoughts.
Mm.
And again, there's more to
Wow.
yoga. being that good person, being kind to yourself, being true to yourself. Um, you know, even in yoga classes, I always say, don't look around the room to compare, because that's what we do when we're outside the yoga room as well. We just
Yes.
try to get people to come in. So that's
Mhm,
the yoga side.
mhm,
But I think when I so that's the yoga side was the first thing for me. But the I still felt like my energy levels wasn't there. So that was the mind stuff. But this energy side of me happened when I moved to a new flat and I live with a nutritionist.
mhm,
And then he was telling me to like eat root foods and kale, and he was getting me to eat
mhm.
beetroot, kale, things that I really didn't like. And
Beetroot is nice, it's the purple color,
yeah,
is it?
it's a deep, deep red purple color. Yeah, I didn't like it for some reason. I think
Is
like
it?
my granddad, my late granddad gave it to me.
Uh-huh.
I guess it's, it sort of gave me a bad
Mhm.
vibe since then. So I thought, okay. But then when I started to eat it, I just blend it. And my first thing was to make a smoothie. So I was like, blended beetroot, banana, apple, um, cashews and stuff, because I kept randomly I kept away from cashews because I thought, oh, they were the bad nuts, have almonds, have walnut. But
Mhm, mhm.
really, there's nothing bad about it. Even though it's got more fats, it's good fat, so you need a
Yes,
variety.
yes.
So so then I had it, and then within about a week, I was like, oh my God, the Rita I've been waiting for has like returned. It was so weird. Like I was just on my own in the kitchen going, oh, there I am. Oh my God, I'm so happy this is here. And I was like, I didn't know, like, I was like, probably should have written it down, like the feeling. I was
Mhm.
like, oh my God, I'm back. Like the 50% of me is back. I was like, yes, I can have more clients, I
Yeah.
can run around more, you know. It was such like not even a light bulb moment. It was like a wow moment.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it was so crazy. And I was just like, oh, if only I'd known this sooner. But
Mm.
yet I was told by the doctors not to eat too much vegetables because it would make me go to the toilet more often. So I was told to eat like carbs and loads of meat, but really probably too much for me. Maybe that wasn't good for my intestines.
Oh.
And come to think of it, the night before my intestine twisted, I had a lot of minced meat. I had bolognese. So, I'm not saying
So
anything
it wasn't
anymore.
so it wasn't really the vegetables or that caused that intestine problem. If
No,
you eat a lot of vegetables, will still cause you that intestine issue?
no, not
No?
at all. Like, so the intestines, like what the doctor says was it just sort of twisted randomly. I mean, I still don't have the
Okay.
answers. I could
Okay.
blame the meat,
So, okay.
um,
Okay.
but now with my 2 meters of my intestines missing, it just like it makes the digestion process faster. And we have like eight
Hmm.
meters of our intestines. Yeah, and the part that they took out was quite a crucial part, and
Mm.
it absorbs bile acids from the body. I think that taught me as well to just not worry about what people think, and that was a great,
Yeah.
I guess, another stepping stone to that self-discovery.
Mhm, mhm. It
And
sounds
just
so
believing in
simple.
yourself. Yes, but it
It sounds
really
so
takes,
simple, but it takes
yes,
that
and
all that experience and all that
it,
emotions and
yeah,
feelings.
it does.
Yeah.
It does. And because
So you
the thing is,
actually get there.
yeah, and then even in postures in yoga, like if I reflect how life is to one particular posture in yoga, let's say you're trying to do the splits, right?
Mm,
People want to do the splits. They learn today and they want to be able to finish it tomorrow, next week. But
mm,
really, to stretch that muscle, right, to be able to
mm,
do the splits, I mean, think about how often ballerinas, gymnasts practice, how many hours in a day. I still can't do the splits. I've been trying for, I can if I really put my work into it, but I'm not actually that bothered anymore. I've let go of that
yeah.
attachment.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm nearly there, but I'm like, oh, okay. But it's a journey, and it's like
Mm,
from A to B, you wouldn't enjoy B as much if you didn't go through the journey to get to B,
mhm, mhm,
I think, if you know what I mean.
mhm. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Mm,
The journey, it's often something that we tend not to focus on.
yeah.
It's always the
It's like
the destination. It's
it is. And
you know?
yeah, and especially so like when people are trying to lose weight, there's no shortcut, there's no pill, there's
No,
no
no.
because that's just not life. If you can change your lifestyle, then you might take 1 year to lose weight. And a lot of people
Mm.
give up after a week because they see the numbers change.
I'm
But
sorry, I had to laugh.
that's okay. But I've had experiences, I've tried to help my
It's,
sister,
a week.
but it's like, come on, it's hormones, it's
It's
water
yeah.
retention,
It's
it's
yes, yes. Yeah,
did you go to the toilet yet?
yeah.
But yeah, it really it's a process. It's a process. Just how long you took to put the weight on,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same time to take it off,
Yes,
you know?
yes,
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. Yes, yes. What are the
Mm.
barriers you realize that stop you from getting ahead despite the joy you have found?
There are definitely barriers.
Yeah.
Um, One is like my overthinking
Mm-hmm.
perfectionist mind,
Mm-hmm.
slowly letting that go. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
don't have as many reels as everyone else. Again, comparing, and I'm trying not to. When I notice myself comparing, I'm like, okay, unfollow. you know, right?
Yes, yes, they can be
You've
quite
definitely
toxic.
got, yeah, you've
Yeah.
definitely got people, you've got a virtual assistants putting these reels together. I've got to
Mm-hmm.
tell that to
Mm-hmm.
myself. Um, so yeah, so it's definitely that overthinking. Again, I need to come back to that, you know, yoga chitta
Mm-hmm.
vritti nirodha, that watching my monkey mind,
Yeah.
observing what I'm saying to myself, being aware of what I'm thinking while I'm looking at or what I'm comparing.
Mm.
Because really, if you learn someone's problems, you'll take your own back, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, my energy levels sometimes because when I eat at a restaurant, I don't often react well to it. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a it's like a hit or miss. Sometimes I
Yes.
can come home with a really bad stomach ache and I can be in the toilet all night, after
Mm-hmm.
an evening meal out with my friends. And I don't want to say no because I want to see my friends, but I just have to deal with the consequences. And
Yes. Yes.
sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. So I just take
Okay.
the risk.
Yeah.
If let's say if we talk to our friends, we'd
Mm.
probably say to them, "Oh, it'll be okay. It'll
Mm-hmm.
be,
Mm-hmm.
you're just going through a bad day today. You know, just kind of deal with the emotions today, and tomorrow's another day.
Yes.
Not every
Correct.
day has to be perfect, and we just have to remind
True.
ourselves that
Mm.
we've come this far. Part of me is like, we've come this far. I don't want to give up because in the
Mm.
past, and I thought, goodness, certain things kept me going in life when I
Mm-hmm.
thought, God, it'd
Mm-hmm.
be just easier to just end it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because um and I thought, actually no, I want to watch my brother's business grow. I want to watch my
Mm-hmm.
nephew grow up. So little things like that kept
Mm-hmm.
me going.
What do you provide in your business? Like, what do you do to help us understand if we were too interested in enrolling in your services?
Well, at the moment, I sort of help people to, I want to say, to feel better.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either, and that could be getting a little bit more energy in their day,
Mm-hmm.
sleeping better, or that might be losing weight for someone. They might need to lose weight because
Mm-hmm.
that's their goal.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at their diet and what
Mm-hmm.
they're eating. So they give me like a food diary.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see a lot of the times I see there's just too much coffee, there's not enough nutrients. Yes, they're eating the proteins, but proteins are full of amino acids,
Mm-hmm.
which makes up protein. But the body needs more than that. It needs magnesium, it needs, so much more. Um, and then I get them to add more food usually. Certain things I might get them to eliminate. but getting them to add more vegetables has become easier than to get them to remove like deep fried foods, for example, because they love
Mm-hmm.
it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly, once they actually add more vegetables, they realize that they don't need, they're too full to have the deep fried foods.
Mm-hmm.
And then we slowly, because we have to work slowly, because if I get them cold turkey, okay, get rid of your deep fried foods,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, oh no, because this was what life's going to be like. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to add one side and slowly remove the other side. So
Mm-hmm.
then it becomes a balance. Not remove, but reduce. Reduce is the
Reduced,
word.
yeah.
Yeah, reduce. So again, it's a balance. It's a bit of everything.
Mm.
Um, the coffee affects the sleep. Coffee, we don't realize, is actually a stress to the body. And
Mm-hmm.
I react to it sensitively because when I have it, I straight away go to the toilet sometimes.
Mm.
But yes, there's benefits to coffee as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But just not like near bedtime, not in the evening, because you don't sleep properly.
Mm.
The body does so many things at night. Digestion is finished, like about 11 o'clock, digestion is finished. Then at nighttime, the body is doing like detoxing the brain, the glymphatic system is
Yes.
detoxifying the brain. So then it can like put certain memories into long-term memory.
Mm-hmm.
That's why sometimes if you go to bed remembering good emotions, good things that's happened in the day,
Mm.
right? You remember that more, that goes into
Yeah,
your long-term
yeah,
memory. So
yeah.
things like that, but we don't realize how much happens. I think there's some good books, I think, called like Why We Sleep or something like that, that will tell you all this. Um,
Yeah.
but so yeah, I help people to feel better. So I don't want to say I help people lose
Okay.
weight
Mm-hmm.
because losing weight doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be happier.
That's true.
So I want
Wow.
to say I want people feel better, healthier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. And yoga is included in that because yoga is not only about exercise. Yoga, I don't know, you can come out of a yoga class feeling really enlightened. You've had a workout, you've been sweaty in there, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't feel exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
When you come out of a workout class, you feel exhausted. And you're like, but when you come out of yoga, you feel so calm, energized, and it's like you had a nap because of
Yes, yes.
shavasana at the end. And you
Yeah.
see like how yoga is like quite holistic. It goes
Mm-hmm.
in quite
Mm-hmm.
softly and it ends like with a nap. It's like a cycle of
Yeah.
life, but in 1 hour or 1 hour and a half.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
almost like feeling fulfilled. You're complete.
Yeah. You sort of feel
It's
happy with yourself because you've
yeah.
tried
Yes.
certain postures like crow or
Yeah. It's in
headstand
the
or handstand.
mind, it's in your
Yeah.
physical and emotion and your perhaps spiritual too. You just feel like
Yeah.
holistically balanced
Yeah. And
doing it, right?
yeah, and if you can talk
Yeah.
to
I can
yourself like you would in a yoga class, if you talk to yourself like that
yeah.
outside of a yoga class, oh, then we'd all be, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
most of the time happy.
I don't just see that. I don't just see that. I can se I mean I don't do yoga. I
Hmm.
haven't done it, but when I watch people do yoga, when I watch you doing yoga, I can see that it's wholesome. I can
Oh.
sense that it's I don't know, I can sense that. But I think you did a post on your Instagram about uh, uh don't think you cannot do yoga. Everybody can,
Mm.
or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um,
I think I remember the
so
post.
I
Yeah.
think there's one person I'm like, oh, maybe I should try. But although I have a
You,
dislocated shoulder that's easily popping out, so I won't be
okay.
able to use one arm at
Well, the
all.
thing is, you can
So I
just
can,
do you,
I
you can do yoga without your arms even, as
yeah,
in like you don't
yeah.
have to go into a
That's what I
plank
saw.
position. You can
Yes,
just move your legs. You can just sit and be still for 10
sit.
minutes. Meditation, that is
Yes,
yoga. And you
yes.
can
That
just
is
say to
yoga.
yourself,
Yeah, yeah.
you don't like being kind to someone on the street and
Mm,
to
mm,
give something without expecting something back. I guess that's
well
in
said.
our culture,
Yeah.
in our
Mm,
religion as well,
mm-hmm,
but it's also the same in yogic philosophy. What I realized with yoga is that because of my energy levels, I did a lot during
mm-hmm,
the pandemic
mm-hmm,
because I was sort of scared with the gyms closing. or the gym's closed. I did a lot, and I realized like I can't teach this much. I'm tired,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, yeah,
lost weight.
yeah,
I
yeah.
have because I have to eat 2 hours before because I can't eat then teach. I have to, and I don't want to eat too close to bedtime. Um, I was like, I can't go on like this forever. I have to figure out a way where I have to record my classes, sell them, or like do some sort of course for people to feel better. So only slowly now, like I'm doing these courses to help people feel
Mm-hmm.
better,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's like the new part of my business. I think to reach out to more people, even
Yeah.
if it's not yoga.
Mm-hmm.
I did a few sessions or few rounds of group coaching.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Cabaran Sehat.
Mm-hmm.
And so if any listeners out there want
Mm-hmm.
to ask
Yeah,
me,
please. Yeah.
then feel free to message me on, I guess Instagram's the best, the easiest way,
Instagram.com.
isn't it?
Yes.
Um, but yeah, I just, I wish I could reach out to more Malaysians, um, to help them feel better, because
Mm-hmm.
we all want to, but it's like, oh, there's no time. Oh, I've got kids, I've got to
Mm-hmm.
work.
There's so
And
much
the thing is,
excuses. Yeah.
yeah, there is. And the thing is, we are busy, but we can, when we park, like let's say half an hour, um, we have to, we park half an hour lunch with our
Mm-hmm.
friends, or we have to just put half an hour for ourselves, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's why it's hard, because I think that's why a lot of people have a private yoga teacher or private personal trainer, because it's accountability, because it makes that person do it. And some people
Mm-hmm.
that's not affordable, but they need to
Yes. Yeah.
remember why they need to get healthy. They have children, so they need to be healthy for their children. It could be that could be their why.
Mm-hmm.
That could be
Mm-hmm.
their reason to live healthier.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And throughout this journey, finding yourself, what is your defining moment? What is the most important thing to you today?
I think it sort of goes back to still helping people. I
Mm-hmm.
still want to help people feel better. I know I can't get everybody to eat vegetables or get them to do yoga or get them to
Yeah.
exercise. But if they could just reduce sugar, if they could just reduce sugar.
Veggies, ew.
Yeah, well, come and see me. I'll make you happy. Okay, okay. Don't get too many ideas.
Okay.
Um, but like when I hear people say like, "Oh my God, I'm sleeping so much better," I come home and I don't crash out on the sofa. I come home and I'm like, oh, I've still got energy left. Some of the testimonials from my previous Chabron Sehats have said
Mhm,
this. Yeah, they feel like they've got more energy in the day, that they don't actually need a coffee in the afternoon anymore.
mhm,
And
mhm,
what would be great is that, because I have a WhatsApp group with these people. We tried Facebook, but it's not so personal. So I think
mhm,
WhatsApp was better.
mhm,
And that they have this community, and they're like, I get them to take a picture of their lunch and send a picture of their lunch, and what time did you go to bed last night, and everybody tells a story what time they go to
mhm.
bed, because I get them to try and sleep at a certain time.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's like, for 3 weeks, so there's one challenge each day, and then they have to continue to challenge, um, and then yeah, and everybody's like kind of, what do you call it, like kind of sharing in this community, like,
Mm,
oh my god,
yeah.
bestnya makan makan nasi goreng dengan ni, and then
Mm,
whatever, like they'll just comment. And it's so nice to see that community, because I think we all want to do it, but it's hard when not enough people are doing it, because you want to
yeah.
follow the majority. We all want to
Yeah.
follow the
Yeah.
majority, don't we?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
when we
Yes.
go, oh, are you having a dessert? Oh, go on then. Oh, I'll share. But it's not bad. But
No.
how often are we doing it?
In Cabaran Sihat, is it like a challenge?
Yeah, so I called it
It's a
a
challenge.
challenge. It's
A
because it started
challenge.
like in January. It started because I said, look, let's not, like, January is always like Cabaran Kurusian.
Mm-mm.
So So I thought, right, let's do Chabaran Sehat. So I did it in January.
Oh, I know why.
And then
Because it's New Year, right?
New
New
Year.
Year, new me sort of thing. So it starts in
Yeah.
January, Chabaran, so people can start over, sort of.
Yeah. So I said, let's take
Yeah.
losing weight out of the equation. Let's try to get
Okay.
healthy and see
Healthy.
if you
Yeah.
lose weight. So then I
Yes.
did it 3 times this year, I think. Gosh, has it been
Mm-hmm.
3 times this year? Gosh, the world, the 2 years have like condensed or has it expanded? I can't figure it out.
Mm.
Um, so
Mm.
I've done it 3 times, and I think I might run another one in December.
Okay.
Because I mean, in the UK, December
Mm-hmm.
is like the time to indulge because it's nearly Christmas time, but maybe
Yeah.
not so much in Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
And it's for Malaysians really, because here there's a lot of stuff going on. You're bombarded with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have my Malaysian friends joining Chabaran Hat from the UK as well, though, because I think again it's that accountability. Because I think a lot of us know about the diets out there, 5-2 diet, intermittent fasting diet,
Mm-hmm.
but when I tell them a certain thing about eating before a certain time or about coffee before food, they're always learning something new. So everyone's
Mm-hmm.
always learning something new. So I get them to exercise actually just, once a week.
Yes.
Yeah, just movement. I said, look, it can be
Okay.
anything. It can be like go and do Tai Chi, go and do Zumba if you want,
Mm-hmm.
dance, but just something, just see how you feel.
So is
Um,
Chabaran Sihat is it chargeable or is it it's just a community? You
it's so I didn't charge for the first two because I guess that was trial, and then but the last one,
mm-hmm.
it was I think it was 69 ringgit
Mm-hmm.
if I remember
Okay.
correctly.
Not bad.
And then I think the ones that came on for the third time because they sort
Mm-hmm.
of rejoined. So the ones that rejoined, I gave them a discount. I think they just paid 20 ringgit.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
rejoined because they needed
Okay.
that accountability again to continue.
Okay.
Um, so and then hopefully at some point I think I'll create a learning platform
Mm-hmm.
so that people can take back control of their
Controlled.
health.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Mm.
be the boss of your health. I think that's on my Instagram.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Um, and maybe at some point I'm gonna create healthy snacks, fruit bars or protein
Yes.
bars or something,
Yes. Yes.
or food
Wow.
supplements
I like
that
that.
people, yeah, because people are busy. I understand that, but like if they could just drink a supplement
Mm.
alongside with their breakfast or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's hard. It's hard to take your greens at breakfast, you know.
Yeah.
If you're
True.
having, these busy ladies and men as well, sorry.
Mhm.
um, you've only got like 10, 15 minutes at lunchtime. Um, maybe sort of drink your greens, but also have your lunch. I'm not saying um, meal replacement. I'm talking about
Mm.
supplements. Yeah,
Supplement.
just yeah,
Something to add into
because
your
yeah,
yeah.
mm, because we just need more than we need more nutrients, not more food per se, but we need more vitamins and minerals
Mm-hmm.
than we're currently having.
I'm having yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What can we learn from this in your journey? What is your most valuable lesson in life? And what are the words of wisdom you hold on to?
Mm,
Mm.
I think
Soalan
over the
Cepu
last
Emas.
I think in the
Uh,
last couple of years, I've definitely learned never to give up because I think the pandemic just made me think, right, that's
mhm.
it, it's over.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had to remember my why. So I think if I could share with people out there, I think if you have bad days, don't forget your why.
Mm,
You know, remind yourself why you're doing it. If it's like losing weight, why you're doing it. And if you
mm,
have a bigger reason, if it's health for the future of your kids,
mm,
than just weight loss, I think that's more sustainable. It's going to carry you much longer
mm,
than just losing weight. and also to believe in yourself, just talk to yourself like you're your own best friend, and letting go of this kind of illusion of perfection.
Mm,
If it's 80% right, like me and my reels, it's 80% there. If it's getting the message, if it's adding value, that's it.
mm-mm.
You know, that's it. Letting go of this
Yeah.
perfectionism and overthinking. And also, and then to keep trying. I've realized that the more I try, the more I practice making videos,
Mm-hmm.
I learn. So
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
fail, I will still learn from the experience. Like, these big business owners, yes, we hear about their big businesses now. I can't
Mm,
think of an example,
mm.
but we don't hear about 10 years ago they'd set up about six other businesses that had failed. And
Yes. Oh, yeah.
we're starting to hear it now,
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the blood, the sweat and tears, the sleepless nights that they've had.
Mm.
And
Yes.
then now they're like, oh my goodness. And then now they're teaching people, they're helping people to get to where they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm keeping going, I'm a
Mm.
little old person, little
Yeah.
old,
Yeah.
and, you know, little old me, as we say here.
Yes.
And just to keep showing up, and I'm showing
Yeah.
up for
Yeah.
for others. And yes, I get scared, and then I remind myself, okay, I'm scared, like coming on this podcast, but I'm like, I'm gonna do it anyway.
But you get
What,
nervous,
what
can
what's
you
the
get?
worst? Yeah, and it's natural. Will I regret it if I don't do it? Will I
Yeah.
regret it? So then, if I think yes, then I better do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the
Mm.
worst feeling is to feel regret over something that
Yeah,
you can do, but then
yeah,
you didn't do it because
yeah,
because of of fear.
mm.
And I
Yeah, and
agree with
then
you to feel the fear and just do it anyway.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
especially when you've got friends around you, supportive friends that say, yes, you can do this, you
Mm,
know, and when they believe in you, it makes
mm,
it makes you believe in yourself as well.
yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll
And
support you with
yes.
whatever you need. Mm.
No, what is
Oh,
your advice to those who are struggling right now, trying to find happiness in this healing
oh,
journey?
try to find joy in each day, even if it's like someone opened the door for you.
Hmm.
Someone bought you a coffee. Um, you got out of bed today. It might be as bad as that. So you got out of bed today. You're doing really well. And just to keep believing in yourself that, remind yourself that we need you. Like someone out there needs you.
Hmm.
And if I go a little bit more, and just to be aware of those thoughts and those narratives. Because for me, I forget sometimes, and I have to remind myself. Just be aware
Hmm.
of those thoughts and see if you can change them. If you could think, if it's turn it 180, what would you say to your friend if they were going through what you're going through right
Hmm.
now? Learn to love all your imperfections, where no one out there is perfect. Again, that world of Instagram, it looks perfect, but you're only seeing like
Mm,
1% of their life.
yes.
Yeah, and just be proud of yourself to see how far
Mm,
you've come. You know, might
mm,
not be working right now, but it will. It will.
mm,
Like, and there's a reason. There's a reason for things that happen, and
yes.
things sort of happen at the right time for some. You know, like that yoga thing, or for you to be doing a
Mm,
podcast. It's sort of
mm,
come at the right time.
yes. Yes. Yes.
Like
Yes.
if it happened sooner, you wouldn't have been ready for it, or something like that.
True. True. It's so true. It
Mm,
all
yeah.
happens in the right time. Come to think of it, right?
Yeah. If something isn't working, like
Hmm.
you know, a job or particular friendship, then maybe kind of slowly part away from it, or something you're doing that's, with work that's not working, and then try something new. Try
Well
something new.
said. Well said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. And then just to add here with when you say that Instagram, it's just 1% of what you see of someone's
Mm.
life. It's also like we get stressed over stuff like that.
We
Try
do.
you can
We do. We do. And like a dear friend of mine who makes handbags. Again, looking on Instagram, there's perfect pictures of how you make handbags and
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that comparing goes on, but we don't realize how many people's helping to make that perfect handbag, how many people behind the scenes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this person is just a one person,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, one person show.
What are your hopes and dreams?
Well, still, I think it's been my purpose in life since I was, I don't know, maybe since I lived in Japan. um, it's just to see, is their way of life and things. I think since I worked in the corporate life, I always wanted my colleagues to feel happy, even though they're doing a stressful job. I wanted them to feel less stressed. Okay, because I realized how much stress can impact the body. And so I just want to inspire as many Malaysians as I can to lead or to live a healthier and happier lives. I know it's hard, I know happy is subjective, but if we could just make small changes, and it doesn't have to be about food, it can just be adding exercise, it could be adding more water, it could be sleeping earlier, it could be not watching another episode on Netflix. But holistically, we need
Yeah.
to look at like our health holistically and just feel better. Yeah.
I think you are an inspiration to me. I think that's why I want to have you in this conversation. In your journey, that
Thank
I
you
found
so
it to be
much.
very, should be celebrated, should be talked about, and I think you shared a wonderful story.
Thank you so much. It's been such an honor and a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to be chatting with you. I feel like we could chat for ages.
Yes, we can. And I hope to
Oh,
perhaps see you in London or when you're in Kuala Lumpur
yes.
next. Yeah?
I might have to be in Kuantan Part 2 or something.
Yes,
People have
yes.
been watching my
No.
YouTube channel.
Yes, we can do that. We can do that YouTube scene in
Yeah,
Kuantan.
yeah, yeah.
That'd be wonderful.
So, yeah, that
Uh,
would be, wouldn't it? Yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
jalan-jalan,
Jalan-jalan.
cari mangan
Yes.
dengan Rizwan,
Refi.
Refi Rizwan. Yes. But because mine's my
Continue.
surname, sorry, I took
It's like,
the,
thank you
yeah.
for sharing your stories. Keep inspiring people. Continue the work that you do. I think you are an inspiration to me and hopefully to a lot of people. And I hope to have you again.
Oh, that would be
Thank you.
so cool. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for listening to He. A new episode is available every Thursday, and don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. We'd love to hear from you. Follow me on social media at Rafi Ridzwan and at He Podcast for all the updates and behind the scenes. Once again, thank you for listening to He with Rafi Ridzwan.